Hey guys, it's Candace the Edgy Veg and welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video, quarantine edition. You guys have been asking for these videos. You're loving the ones that we've already put out. If you haven't watched 1 and 2 yet, definitely go back and watch that. If you're new here, I'm Candace the Edgy Veg. Right now we are focusing on more of like making your lives easier. So showing you guys what I've been making with mainly just pantry staples. So if you're loving these videos, give the video a big, huge thumbs up. I wanted to give a huge shout out today to our sponsor, which is Herbaland. Herbaland is my favorite vitamin company. They are a completely Canadian owned and run business. They focus on inclusivity and sustainability. So they have a completely vegan line of gummy vitamins. Now, if you're like me, you probably forget to take your vitamins every day. I do, but if they're in candy form, then it's a lot easier. So more on that a little bit later, but I wanted to right off the bat give them a huge thank you for sponsoring during this time so we can keep our lights on. Yay! Good morning, everybody. We just woke up to a really wonderful delivery from our friends over at Bio Raw. Dropped off 7 salads and some drinks and hummus and fudge for us. They knew that we had just moved in and we've been really busy and really stressed out for the last couple of weeks with the move during, you know, we did move through a pandemic. So really grateful to them to send this. This is beautiful. It looks so delicious. I'm so excited to eat like really good food. We haven't really been leaving the house much, and when we do, it's really quick in and out of the grocery store, and there haven't been a lot of options in terms of fresh produce that we're usually getting. So this is a really great way for us to get back on track. So I'm gonna stick those into the fridge and we'll probably have those for lunch today. How badly did we need this?
This is a very welcome change.
It's Friday, and I think I talked about this in another What I Eat in a Day video, where on Fridays we like to make more interesting breakfasts for ourselves because it's almost the weekend. Not that that matters during quarantine, because it doesn't at all. But I wanted to make pancakes, but I wanted to make something more interesting out of them. So I thought I would try making a Monte Cristo pancake. So if you don't know what a Monte Cristo sandwich is, it's pretty much ham, cheese, and a jam. And it's almost like, it's like a take on a croque monsieur. So it's almost like a French toasted ham and cheese sandwich. Instead of bread, I'm going to use pancakes. So the 2 pieces of bread that you would use in a sandwich, it'll be pancakes instead. And then I'm going to use obviously vegan alternatives for the ham and the cheese. Usually it's some sort of raspberry strawberry jam. Today going to use cherry jam, and then these 2 Gusta products. So this is the Italian cheese, because that's just what I have. And then the seitan loaf, because again, that's what I have. I'm gonna thinly slice this. And this is an accidentally vegan product. Some people were saying that they hate the term accidentally vegan. It just means that the product didn't mean for it to be vegan. It just happens to be. So this is Bisquick. I always have this on hand just for quick, easy baking recipes. And then of course, some almond milk and some egg replacer. All right, so this calls for 1 egg is 1 tablespoon of water and 1 tablespoon of the egg replacer mixture. So I'm doubling that. So I have 2 tablespoons of water in there, and I'm just gonna add 2 tablespoons of that. That's kind of what it looks like. It's like gloopy, and the whole point is that it acts like a binder. All right, so I have 2 cups of Bisquick in here, and I have 1 cup of almond milk. And you can use whatever plant-based milk you have. We have a little bit of soy milk left, and I like that for other things. So I'm just gonna use almond milk because it's good for baking. So we're gonna mix that a little bit. Then we're gonna add in our egg replacer. The mixture was just like a little bit over 2 cups. So I'm gonna add a little bit more milk and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I've mixed that until it's well combined. I'm gonna let this sit for a couple of minutes while I slice up my seitan and grate my cheese.
Please do not judge Candace the Edgy Veg on the quality of these slices. This is my fault. What was the thing I was using again?
A mandolin.
To me, that looks like you're phalanging. Like, ah yes, he's phalanging some cheese.
This is phalanging.
These are phalanges.
Phalanges.
Phalanges. This looks like someone phalanged.
You can have a package.
Let's go find out. Pardon the mess. We are still moving in.
See, look, there's a man.
Oh.
So I'm just heating up some vegan basil because it's cheap, or else trying to save money during this quarantine. Okay, so I am making some pancakes.
Making pancakes, making bacon.
So I want them to be like a little bit thinner because they're going to be sandwiches. So I'm just using a 1/4 cup measuring cup and kind of like spreading them out. And then we wait, and then we flip. So normally you would make a French toast wash with this. And so you build your sandwich with your pancakes, put it in the French toast wash, and then fry it again. I'm feeling rather lazy this morning, so I'm not going to do that. So if you're like, you're missing this step, don't come for me. I just explained it. And what I'm going to do is the vegan cheese here, because it's nice and warm in the pan. The pancakes will be nice and warm, so it'll help warm that up. And then I'm gonna add some beautifully sliced pieces of seitan.
Don't pander me.
You're not pandering at all.
I butchered that.
Okay, so then take this guy. We're gonna flip him.
Oh, flip it.
I'm going to add secham.
It's the sour cherry jam.
Yeah, see.
It's very German.
It's so German, sour cherry. Saurer Kirsch.
Like you are German. You can't even do a German accent.
I wasn't trying to do a German accent. And then you switch them, okay? You see? And you go like this. And then you have a sandwich. Yeah.
Oh, das ist gut.
And would you like some maple syrup on your sandwich? Or would you just like some butter on the top and maybe some cheese?
Cause I like to butter my bread.
Maple
Jameson
syrup?
maple syrup.
It's not Jameson maple syrup. So my dad gave me this. This is maple syrup that he made and he likes to recycle. So it's in a Jameson bottle.
Oh.
There you go.
Why have we not made these before?
I don't know, I didn't think of it before. So you like it?
Yeah.
So good.
Right?
This is so good.
You happy? The chef is happy? Très bien.
All right, so I have set up just a little setup by the window here. Take some photos of this because I really love the recipe, so I'm definitely gonna put it on my blog. All right, guys, hi. We've had breakfast. We've puttered around the house a little bit. Louis has been putting up all of our artwork. I put my face on. I look different now. Hi. But I totally forgot that we didn't take our vitamins this morning. So we are going to take our Herbaland vitamins. Thank you again so much to Herbaland for sponsoring this video. They are a family-owned Canadian business. They do all of their stuff in-house. I love them. I started using them on my own, actually. I just wanted B12 and D3 in vitamin form. And I went to a store and I picked them up and I instantly fell in love with them. I started posting about them and then they were like, hey, you genuinely love the product. We'd love to sponsor one of your videos. So like, I love when that type of like brand connection happens. And they're actually switching to more sustainable packaging, which I love. That's exactly what we need right now. They have some really great vitamins that are perfect if you're on a vegan diet. These are the ones that we love to take. Like I say all the time, I'm not a nutritionist, so this is just what we are taking. Seek the advice of your own healthcare practitioner to see what you should be taking. But for us, our vegan diet and boosting our immune system, this is what we choose to take. So the first one we take is the multivitamin. This contains 13 essential vitamins and minerals, including vitamin A, vitamin C, D3, vitamin E, vitamin B, and helps just support cell function, health, and you know, in your immune system, obviously. These ones are berry flavored. They're so good. These ones are good. These are one of our favorites. These ones are my absolute favorite in terms of like taste. Yours too, right?
Yeah, no,
they're so good.
Actual.
So this is the calcium and D3. Their D3 is sourced from lichen and it's combined with calcium, and the duo, so it helps development and maintenance of bones and teeth. Plus D3 is essential for kind of those gloomier months if you suffer from the SADS like I do. These are amazing for energy and positive mood, so I love to take these. Okay, the next one is the plant-based omega-3. Obviously, this is something that most of us should be supplementing. Their omega-3 is sourced from flax seeds as opposed to like fish oils or you know how you would traditionally get them. Plus they contain ALAs, important for heart and liver health. So the vegan D3 and B12 is actually the first one that I ever bought. I went to the health food store and I don't know, something about the bottle just jumped out at me and the fact that they're candy. Right? This is definitely a vegan essential. If you're on a vegan diet, everybody should be supplementing B12 as it is. Most of the population is low on B12, but this one also has vitamin D3. It's a handful of candy.
Look how good those look.
Right? These ones are my faves.
Normal people would, you know, piecemeal these out one by one and eat them. But I'm a man of efficiency. And so what I do is I just take all my vitamins. I just eat them at once.
This is so weird that you do that. That's like how sociopaths eat candy. I think we're so much healthier thanks to Herbaland because we actually remember to take our vitamins every day.
Thank you, Herbaland, for giving me a healthy excuse to eat candy every day.
So unlike the giant child across from me, I like to like eat them like 1 or 2 at a time. She's upset that she can't have any candy.
She's very upset, and Mr. Winston is not happy either. Moving into a house, I didn't realize it takes 6 months to actually.
Oh yeah, we didn't even address that. So guys, we moved in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah, that's fine. It's kind of like a game of Russian roulette.
It was awful.
So this is it's our little nook. Don't mind all the garbage and recycling that needs to go out the door. Here is my favorite room in the house. So as you can tell, Candace and I, we like to collect antiques. Oh hey, there's me. So here's our bar. We call this the Grand Salon. This will be for post-dinner cocktails.
Okay, which salad do you want?
It's a hearty one.
Or do you want to share one?
Oh, definitely want my own.
Something hearty that'll make you farty. Okay, which one is it?
I'm gonna go with a Fiesta.
Oh, Fiesta in your belly.
I didn't really do a very good job of mixing it.
Just eat it. Is it nice?
It just, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me to not get this all over my face right now.
Wow, so graceful. Poise and grace. Grace Kelly.
Elegance personified.
All of the dressing.
Now who's elegant?
Still me. Hey guys, so I did a workout, which is why I'm all of a sudden, looking like this. A bit of a mess. But the last What I Eat in a Day video that we did, I showed you guys what was left over of a little bit of my favorite way to have chana masala. And a lot of you guys asked for the recipe. So I was thinking that for dinner, I'll just show you how to make that. We've been eating it a lot. It's one of our favorite things to eat while in quarantine because it's easy. I can make it in my pressure cooker. It's really filling and comforting, and just the flavor is just so delicious. So I'm gonna show you how to make that. I make enough to freeze like half of it, so then we can just pull it out whenever. But because you guys wanted the recipe so badly, I'm going to put it on my blog, but also show you how to do it right now. Okay, so the main things you will have to prep for this. I have been washing all of my vegetables as soon as we get back from the grocery store. So I soak them in water, salt, and vinegar, and then I just chop them right away and keep them in these containers that are reused takeout containers. I've also been chopping onions, like bulk chopping them in my food processor and just keeping them in little jars in the fridge so that when it comes to dinner, I can just, grab the things that I want and I don't have to prep anything. For this, I also soaked chickpeas overnight with about a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of baking soda. I rinsed them before adding them, and I just peeled and chopped 2 potatoes. You can use the Instant Pot, or this is a pressure cooker, slow cooker from Crock-Pot. I also have an Instant Pot down here that's a bit smaller. So I like to make my rice and my quinoa in there and then large batch cook in this guy. So I added 1 onion. In here I have 2 chopped onions. So this is just 1 onion, garlic, and oil, and I'm going to saute that with a little bit of salt. All right, when that's bubbling away, I'm going to add my patates and then also my cauliflower. I'm using just this chana masala. All right, for this amount of stuff that I'm cooking, including the chickpeas that I haven't added in yet, I like to use about 2 tablespoons of this, which is the rest. Okay, we gotta go buy more of this. I just bought this stuff at Walmart, actually, and it's like one of the best chana masala mixes I have found to date. I've also seen it at, if you're in Canada, at Freshco. All right, so mix that in. And I've lowered the heat a little bit. If you find that things are cooking too quickly, you can just turn the heat off altogether. And what I'm going to do is just rinse these chickpeas, rinse them really well, and then add them in. And I'm going to just add them in there. So this is about 1 cup of chickpeas that I soaked overnight. And then usually I use 2 fresh chopped tomatoes, but I can't find them. So I'm just using about 1 cup of diced tomatoes because, we're working with what we got, right? And then I'm gonna give that a quick stir. Then I just like to add some water, and I like to add enough water so it just just covers the veg. So that is about 2.5 cups of water. I find with the pressure cooker, you don't need to use as much water because you're not losing a lot of the steam. Set this to pressure cook for 15 minutes and then let the pressure release naturally. The potatoes and more so the cauliflower will virtually just kind of like, not disintegrate, but get like super soft when you are pressure cooking it like this. You can always cook everything else and then add the cauliflower in after and cook it additionally for like just on like brown or saute. But for me, I just want to throw everything in once. I actually prefer like the thickness that the more or less dissolved cauliflower brings. So I'm really okay with it. So it's really up to preference. You can do whatever. I also didn't add any more salt because I find that the masala mixture has enough salt in it. But again, it's up to you if you want to add any additional salt and pepper. All right, so now I'm just gonna chill. I did a workout. We took the dogs out. We've been doing a lot of work around the house. We have to paint these guys behind me. The kitchen has to get painted. We're gonna paint it all white, so that's gonna definitely be a task. There's a lot of stuff to keep us busy, but we also realize that we have to take time to rest and take care of ourselves. I realize that this is a bit of an eyesore, but we're gonna get there. All right, so I made rice in my Instant Pot. I'm gonna serve this up and bring it over to Louie. I'm going to let it cook a little bit more so that it thickens up in the pot here because it is a little bit thin today. But I just served it with some rice. All right, guys, there you have another what I ate in a day during quarantine. Thank you again to Herbaland for sponsoring today's video and sponsoring, you know, creators like us to continue to make the money while we do this and deliver some information to you guys. If you want any of today's recipes, I'm going to leave them in the description box down below, as always. Make sure to check out Herbalife. I'm gonna leave a little code in the description box as well so that you can save on your order, which is amazing given how many vitamins we're all taking right now. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of each other, be kind to one another, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.